fact that we're giggling is not to indicate that he's lying.
I was laughing because I was imagining you using this podcast to try to meet women.
Oh right, no, like
That's why I was laughing.
if I'm ever on Tinder, it'll be a link to this podcast.
Yeah, it's like, ladies.
He's really gregarious for the first 20 minutes, and then I realized he respected women as well. So, really a total package.
I was into it right up until the crying. I mean, it was a little weird at that point.
It was good until he started explaining how many of those women escaped in marshes.
Oh yeah, like Austin, it's to get rid of hill country and it's just marsh country.
Yeah.
If it keeps raining like this, it will be.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It's true. That rain is affecting my kidnapping game big time.
I tell you what, it's so muddy. I leave so many footprints.
Two things in my life: sand volleyball and kidnapping, and the rain is killing them both.
Having to add a sidecar to my kayak has just been laborious.
Yeah. Oof.
A sidecar to your kayak. No, that's a good improv name.
We're kayak sidecar when the lights come up.
What else can you add a sidecar to? Does it mean you can add it to anything?
You have to be able to
I
add
don't
it.
actually think
I would love to add
The
it.
thing is,
kayak,
it only
but-
counts as a sidecar if it's on land. So as kayak, it's a side yak. Yeah.
Side yak.
That should be an improv name.
Side yak. Well, I'm sure if I'm thinking yak, it's got to be like yak back is definitely an improv name somewhere. Yak attack. Yak yak yak.
Wait, that was the thing.
Yak yak.
No, what was the... That was the Nickelodeon thing that you could record your voice. The yak back?
Well, it wasn't Nickelodeon branded, but it was indeed. A yak back was a little recorder, so you could be like, Brett has poop breath. Brett has poop breath. Brett has poop breath.
There was a poop button.
That was the thing where, I think that, the younger folk probably just had phones at that point that did that.
Yeah.
But, like, when you took a 10-year-old me and gave me a thing that let me listen to myself, I was like, I'm done for the day.
I think, honestly, though, that idea, I think, gives sort of an explanation to the difference between, like, you and Delia, for instance. Like, you're, like me in that we're, like, constantly, like, who would like to listen to me? Can you be my audience for a moment? Like, you get this thing and you're like, I can hear myself. I'm the best. Listen to my voice. I'm so great, right? Whereas some people come into art in a different way, you know what I mean? And I feel like Delia's come in a different way. Maybe not so much walking in and being all like, everyone look at me, please! The way I definitely do, and I'm going to just assume slightly that Nathan, you were like that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I need your attention to stay alive,
like in a pathological way. And again, me too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's one of those things where I guess the one I will say, I know when I'm done with regards to, like, if you are hating me, I'm just like, okay, I'll call it a day. I don't have so in the Gallup Strengths Finder survey, you get ranked 34 strengths, and one of them is called woo, winning others over, and that's like number 33 for me. Like, I don't have a lot of woo in me. I don't like to win other people over, but I think there's a control thing in it for me.
Sure.
Where it's like, I'm controlling this entire interaction via my performance. Mm-hmm. And if I'm good enough, then you can't reject me, right?
Sure.
You can't tell me no. So I think that's my thing in performing. Is I want to be the guy who just walks out from backstage after a killer show and everyone's like, I couldn't say no to this guy. And I don't mean that, Austrian listeners, in a weird sexual sense. I mean that, like, people couldn't be like, I can't tell this guy that he's a loser. Yeah. Like, he just wowed me.
Yeah. Somehow, I feel like it all exists, though. Like, it exists in which the audience could like you, but that doesn't mean everybody likes you. And I feel like the grayness of it is part of what you have to accept in this kind of world, right?
My favorite thing is honing in on audience members who are not having fun.
But you hate them. Why would you want to talk to them?
Oh, I know. I don't talk to them afterwards.
I imagine they're not there.
I like watching them during the show because it's like, one, I think you have to be a very specific type of person to walk into a comedy show, and just actively choose to not have any joy whatsoever. Like, not even just latch on to the fact that other people are laughing. Like, I know we paint that as, like, being disingenuous, but if other people are laughing, that's positive energy coming out into the air. That's gotta hit you in some way, unless you're severely guarded, right? And you just kind of smile a little bit. And yeah, someone could look at you and be like, why are you laughing? And be like, I don't know, everyone else is laughing, you know, everyone's having a good time. I was in Megan Simon's last Impressionable show, and the second week, it was a big packed house, everyone was having fun, a lot of T&M folks, and so there was a lot of inside baseball, a lot of references to stuff that, I mean, if you didn't hang out at T&M a lot, maybe you just wouldn't get. But everyone was laughing, and I think some people were just getting in on it that way. But there was this one couple in, like, the third row that I think just wandered in. They were like, let's go see a comedy show. And just wandered into this show that happened to be kind of an event in and of itself. And it was just, like, not having it for the entire show. And all I had to do in that show was play piano. And so I'm just looking at them the entire time, just like, when's it going to happen? Like, when are these people going to have an ounce of joy? And it did not happen.
No, that show was amazing.
It was a good show.
It was fun. I mean, I think it was a super fun show. And, like, even if you, like I said, if you didn't get all the references, you would see that people were having a lot of fun on stage. So I don't see why you wouldn't just, like, smile. It was musical. You could nod your head. Just enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
You monster.
That's like in that murder mystery show we do sometimes when like they get to rate the actors, and or like the food the actors.
Oh, who even
the
looks
show.
at that?
I do. I have to.
No, yeah,
look at
I was gonna
that.
say I've taken
I've taken more than a gander.
Are you guys talking about Dinner Detective?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Wait, you all have been.
All three of us do it.
So I was thinking about doing it.
You should do it.
You should definitely do it.
Especially in the interest of also being kind of shy because you sit at tables and just act like a regular person. So that's valid.
Yeah, Adam.
Waitman.
Yes. Was like, hey, yeah.
That's not what she was looking for, but great.
He. I guess told.
Okay. Adam was telling me.
Yeah. I was like, wait, I can tell that's not what she's looking
Oh, okay. I thought you were looking
No,
for his last
she's
name.
just-
No.
She's just putting
I
the
just
story
take a lot
together
of
as
positives.
she's talking.
But anyway, he recommended or told his boss or whatever, and I'm supposed to start this month, but I'm probably gonna start in July. How do you guys feel about cake? Because I want to bring some. Because that wedding just reminded me of
The band Cake.
No.
Yeah, I was like, I'm alright with that. Both. Yeah, cake's good.
I want to take a stance on cake that's worth cutting out.
I'm
I'm trying to think of like something hard enough to be like, no, fuck cake. You know what cake did?
Oh no, I just meant because I was like just asking like you guys about
I was
cake.
told that there might
Nathan
be.
also had cake.
You had cake?
Well, I was told that there might be snacks at this.
Yeah, do you want some candy?
I have some blueberries in my car.
To be honest,
I have some blueberries in my car. That's the most hilarious
I'll
thing.
take the candy over the
Roll it around in
blueberries.
the cup.
They've been in there for a
I was
while.
like, I also have kale chips, courtesy of South by Southwest.
Oh,
Ooh,
jeez.
candy.
Candy.
Cake is an all-the-time snack.
Yeah, cake's
ate
cool.
a meat bar on my way over here. Have you
A
guys
meat
ever
bar?
had an epic bar?
What?
They're these bars that are made out of pressed meat.
Did you say pressed meat? Pressed
pressed,
meat.
yeah, shaped meat.
Oh, pressed meat.
Um,
That meat is really downtrodden.
It's and they're quite good. They're high in protein, low in sodium, low in carbohydrates.
Is it like beef jerky?
It's basically like jerky, but not cured and salted, so they don't have a ton of sodium in there.
Oh, okay, that's helpful.
Yeah.
Do you like buy it at like a Whole Foods, or do you get it at like a 7-Eleven? I mean, I wouldn't get it at a 7-Eleven, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is a fancy food.
Yeah.
Do you get it delivered to your home? Yeah, you do. Do you order groceries from a fancy place?
You know, I did Instacart for a little bit.
Yeah, but Instacart's just like delivery from wherever.
Right, from Whole Foods. But I just go get them now.
Why? What
Did you have
changed
a
your
car?
mind?
It just didn't seem. I think part of that shopping experience, I really wanted it. Although I still
It
occasionally.
is nice.
I still occasionally have to look at my schedule and say I need to get a delivery. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it gets hectic, and I try to avoid eating at restaurants, eating out too much.
Sure.
I don't like to use the term eating out to mean eating at a restaurant because the Austrian listeners, eating out also means performing oral sex on a woman.
Sure. Not that that's what we were talking about, unless meat bar meant something different.
No.
I mean, I'm always ready to take it down that road if you guys want to.
I'm actually really surprised, Wendell, that you haven't asked Nathan, because Nathan is not a stranger to you, you know, that you haven't asked him something crazy.
The thing is like, okay.
Here's the thing.
So, one of the only, like, things of feedback I've gotten about Yes, but why was somebody came up and told me that their mom made them turn it off because like they got offended. So,
about the show?
Yeah, well, something.
The only feedback you got about the show is that someone's mother made them turn it off because it was too offensive.
Yeah, but like this someone was like 30. Oh well, I mean that's not the only good feedback. That was just like one of the first things I heard, and I was like, I know which episode they were talking about. Probably.
What were you saying exactly in this episode?
It was a hypothetical. I like to ask like gross moral gray area questions.
Like, yeah, it was like we just released Colin. Who knows how people are going to react to that one?
I don't know. I want a gross moral gray area question.
All right. Okay. Let's say
you asked for it.
This is the part you can skip.
No.
Meet us back in like 25 seconds.
For that offended mother.
Hey, Wendell's friend's mom, who's probably a real biatch.
No.
I really hope she held on this long. I really hope she had held on this long. And like,
she's still listening.
Starting to come around to it. And then, we lost
She's
her.
like 12 episodes in. It finally hit its stride. That Nathan kid. Let's get him on the show regular.
So I saw one today that grabbed my attention, but it grabbed my attention and then sort of reminded me why this is not a good idea sometimes, anyways, to ask these questions. But
this is gonna go great.
Intrigue.
Yeah, I pulled that out. Sorry.
Let's see. I took a screenshot of it so I do not mess up the.
That's what it first was.
It's,
and then we got a bunch of candy.
Smarties are so good. I love how chalky they are.
You find yourself halfway inside your mother and your father halfway inside of you.
What the fuck?
Would you rather push back or thrust forward?
Oh my god,
Why does it always have to... Okay, Wendell first. Before Nathan even remotely answers this question, okay? Can we discuss for a moment that you are always talking about having sex with your parents?
Yeah.
Is that something you want to discuss?
No, it's just something I don't even think about enough to be worried about saying, I guess.
But you make us discuss it in such a...
Well, I found it on Reddit. I took a screenshot. It was the first one that grabbed me that wasn't, super obvious.
What? Oh, I see. So someone else came up with this question. This is not something you came up with.
I took a screenshot of it on Reddit today. Because it grabbed me, that's what I was saying, is, I saw this, and I was so, just kind of ugh, about it, that I was like, maybe these questions aren't even, something I want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, this one's very, I'm very taken aback by it, for sure.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Would you rather give $100 to one homeless person or give $1 to 100 homeless people?
That's 1,000 times better. Let's just discuss that any of your weird questions, just don't have sex with your parents.
Well, those are the kind of questions that, make you ask, I don't know, you just never want to ask yourself anyway, so, I think that's,
I don't think...
why those things come up.
But here's the thing, I don't want to have any guest who has a revelation that, they want to have sex with their parents while we're here together in this room. I want them to have that revelation with a therapist far away from me.
What do you... Because then you... I'm just imagining, the next time you see them is in a basement... And then just, where do you go from there? Let's
talk about how sex affects communication, you know? The answer to your previous question, though, Wendell, is...
Really?
What do you think would be more effective?
I would pay $100 to thrust forward.
So you get
No, actually, If my father were halfway inside of me, that'd be the first time I've seen him in 20 years. So I would be I'd be super surprised.
Delighted, maybe.
I'd be surprised enough to maybe thrust back a little bit. I don't know.
# daddy issues. That was the name of my one of my level 1 improv troupe.
Yeah, that sounds like a level 1 improv troupe name. Yeah, for sure.
It was a good one though.
Really quick, name of the first actual improv troupe you were ever in, just so I can confirm some theories I have about names.
Ghost Prom.
Super Shakes.
Green Amulet.
No, not Green.
But yeah, okay, that's not what it started out as. It's what it was
Well,
by
what
the
did it
time
start
we
out as?
graduated.
What did it start out as?
I don't want to do this now after the previous.
Is it motherfucker?
No, it was like sexy